from Kern Government Television. Welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Good morning and welcome to the 9 a.m. session of the Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. First item today is roll call.
Supervisor Peters.
Here.
Supervisor Flores.
Here.
Supervisor Couch.
Here.
Supervisor Perez.
Here.
Thank you. The next item is the salute to the flag. We're going to do something a little bit different today. It will be led by Edgar Lee McAllister, originally a native of Oklahoma, enlisted in the U.S. Air Force in the middle of the war before he even turned 18. Ed McAllister was fortunate not to have to serve in that war, but he supported the effort faithfully and honorably nonetheless. He would eventually call Bakersfield home, where he raised his family and is now a proud grandpa. His patriotism and love for his brothers and sisters in arms compelled him to be involved in the annual Kern County Veterans Stand Down since its inception 25 years ago, making sure all veterans receive the services they deserved. And for that, Mr. McAllister has given to his country. We honor him today. Thank you, sir, for being here today. The special part is Supervisor Flores is going to present you with a proclamation, and then we'll do the flag salute. So, Supervisor Flores, proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Mr. McAllister. Thank you so much, and God bless you for your service. This is a special election day, and these election days have been made possible by the service of our veterans throughout the years, from the first theater of the American Revolution to every subsequent war that we've been in. Thank you for your service. And I'd like to present a certificate of recognition from our Board of Supervisors to Mr. Edgar Lee McAllister in recognition of your exemplary public service, your service to our nation. And I was unable to attend the stand down at Stramler Park, which is a place where every year we show support for our veterans and a number of services provided by our county departments and veterans groups. But we congratulate you on being named the Veteran Stand Down Honoree for 2024. And thank you for your commitment and community and to our country, dated October 10th, 2024. Congratulations.
So please lead us in the flag salute, and at the conclusion of that, would you remain standing for a moment of prayer, silence, or meditation, whichever you prefer. Thank you.
Hand over your heart. Hand over your heart.
Everybody salute the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service to our country and to our community. Next item is the everybody's favorite, the pet of the week. So I'll ask Nick Cullen to come on out. Is he here? He is. I didn't get a chance to see you before the meeting. Who do you? You got a tiny one. Is this Teacup? Who is this?
Good morning, Chairman Couch, members of the board. This is Miko. Miko is just a pup. He is only about 9 weeks old. He's a Chihuahua, and he's available for adoption this Thursday at the Kern County Animal Shelter.
He's very curious about the audience.
He is.
So let's find Nico or Miko?
Miko.
Miko of Forever Home. Thank you, Nick. Good to see you.
Good luck, Nico. You're so cute.
The next item, is the consent agenda. All items listed with a CA or a C above the item number are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. We can act on those all in one motion. The consent agenda starts on page 2, consists of items 2 through 4, and then 8 through 11. On page 3, items 12, and then 15 through 18. Page 4, all the items 19 through 26. Page 5, all the items 27 through 35. Page 6, all the items 37 through 42. And there is a, 36 through 42. And then there is a correction I need to read into the record for item 36. After the word approve, which is in bold, you need to include authorize chairman to sign. On to page 7, items 43 through 50. And on page 8, items 51 and 52. Is there anyone here that would like to make any comment or ask any questions about any of the items I just mentioned? Seeing none, I'll return to the board for a motion on the consent agenda.
Motion on consent.
Second.
Discuss your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you. That takes us back to the top of page 2 under the resolutions and proclamations portion of the meeting. Item 1 is a resolution honoring the Director of Child Support Services, Elizabeth Chavez, upon her retirement with 32 years of dedicated service to Kern County, and this will be presented by Supervisor Perez.
Thank you, Chair. Motion on proclamation.
Second.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Thank you.
I'm not going to promise to not be emotional. Why bother? Today is a very special day, Chair, as we get the opportunity to stand in the sacred space of honor. And in this moment, we are honoring and commending Elizabeth Chavez upon her retirement with 32 years. 32 years of dedicated service to Kern County. I'm going to read the resolution first, and then I have some things to say. I hope this will help me get on track. Whereas Elizabeth Chavez began her career with Kern County at the Department of Human Services as an eligibility worker on January 6th of 1992, and promoted through the classification to eligibility worker in February of 94. On November 17, 1997, Ms. Chavez transferred to Child Support Services as a Family Support Officer 1 and quickly promoted through the classification to Family Support Officer 4 on December 30 of 2000. On May 3rd of 2003, Ms. Chavez promoted once again to Supervising Family Support Officer, where she assisted families with the complex guidelines of federal and state assistance programs. And on July 2nd, 2007, Ms. Chavez promoted even further to Program Manager, where she continued to hone her stunning leadership abilities. Once again to Assistant Director on October 7, 2016, where she ensured her dedicated staff successfully supported Kern County children and families. On October 17, 2017, Ms. Chavez was recognized with the highest honor due to her strong management skills and department knowledge, and was appointed as the Director of Child Support Services, a position she held until retirement. And Ms. Chavez's legacy will live on in perpetuity as she created the first bilingual team in the child support program, which to this day continues to provide critical services and foster trust with a community often feeling disenfranchised. Ms. Chavez was also committed to strengthening customer satisfaction and implemented a high-quality customer service initiative, SCORE, to create a common framework and language for staff. And more than a decade later, the principles and programs created by Ms. Chavez continue to be vital operations of Child Support Services. And due to the efforts of Ms. Chavez and 10 other directors within the State Child Support Services program, funding was increased for the program statewide, which resulted in additional funds of over $10 million to Kern County since 2019, and allowed the department to increase staffing to 89 positions. Ms. Chavez was recognized for outstanding leadership during the 2023 Kern Goldie Awards for her passion for service to the community, her optimism in the face of challenges, and her collaborative and innovative leadership style. Ms. Chavez leaves behind a model of exemplary leadership, and she has earned the utmost respect and admiration of her peers, this Board of Supervisors, her colleagues, and she is wished the best in her future endeavors. Now, therefore, it is resolved, the Board of Supervisors, County of Kern, State of California, does hereby honor and commend Elizabeth Chavez upon her retirement with 32 years of dedicated service to Kern County. Ms. Chavez, I remember interviewing you for this position. I don't know if that means you're old or I'm old or what it means, but I remember it distinctly because you conveyed such a heart, such passion, such care in your interview. It was palpable and it just exuded from you. It was very clear to us that you were the person for the job and that we were so lucky to have you because of the way in which you serve and the way in which you love. You actually love the people you serve and this county so remarkably. You have been an exceptional leader, and it is hard to see you go. But I'm happy for you, and I am so honored to stand here with you and acknowledge 32 exemplary years of real people, Kern County people, Kern County families, and I don't think there's a better way that either you or I could have spent our lives. So thank you. We'd love to hear from you. Appreciate your service, and you will be remembered for many, many years, cherished and honored. Thank you.
Okay, Supervisor Perez, you didn't help me at all because I was trying not to cry. Chairman, board members, I appreciate the kind words. Since this is my last time I get to approach the dais without a time limit, I'm going to take my time.
He's a stickler.
Someone posted this on LinkedIn last week, and I thought it was really appropriate. Which is more important, asked Big Panda, the journey or the destination? The company, said Tiny Dragon. I'm sharing this because my journey with the county began in January of 1992. For some of you here today, you weren't even born. For others, we were set on finding our way and our purpose. As I think about my journey with the county, there were many different opportunities, adventures, challenges that came my way, which I am grateful for. I am grateful for the people who have been on this journey with me, for those who challenged me, for those who mentored me, because that helped keep me on my journey as an employee of the County of Kern. I have some of my family here today with me. The others, I am proud to say, are working the polls for today's elections because service is who we are. I have my husband, my daughter, my son, my daughter-in-law, my grandsons that are here, and they were able to take time off of work and out of school to be here with me. I say that because my children have experienced firsthand how working here has impacted our lives. Our family time and the memories we have created both when they were teenagers and now as they begin to fulfill their life purpose. My husband, who has been with me on this roller coaster ride of thrills and sometimes shrills, knowing when I come home from work, I need to at least have half an hour to decompress. Thank you for your patience and support. Having previously shared a little about my life, I am leaving my time as a member of the Kern County family with gratitude for every experience in my time here, even those that were not fun. They have helped me to become what is now being hailed as something great, a star, because I have skills through alternative routes, granted by the University of Hard Knocks. Thank you to all of those on my journey who took time to teach, correct, mentor through their example of what service from the heart means, and how it is demonstrated every day. Thank you for taking a chance on me. You allowed me to be innovative, grow at my own pace so that I could do my best work. I mentioned to my team last week, as public servants, we hear most often from the community how we aren't meeting the standard. We receive complaints when things go wrong, and at times words can be hurtful, and our reputation or integrity can be questioned. I reminded them and want to state it here. There are many, many more community members who are satisfied with our services, who are grateful for what we do. Keep your focus on those residents and what we do. To those who work behind the scenes, what you do matter. To those who serve residents face to face, your service matters. To those who come in and do their job every day wondering, does it make a difference? You matter. Take pride in what you do, because you are one of the reasons Kern County is a great place to live. Chairman Couch has on many occasions mentioned he is confident in the future leadership of the county. I would like my gems, who are here, some of them, to stand up. A year ago, these ladies approached me to set up a mentorship program. They are committed to their leadership, and I am so proud of them. They are preparing themselves to become better leaders, leading with purpose in mind, coaching with empathy, so that they leave an impact on others. My senior leadership team, can you guys stand? Some of them are here, some of them are at the polls working. But for those who are here, for those that are here, thank you for your support. For making ideas a reality. Because of you, we do not look or serve families the way we did 7 years ago. We have had many fun times, sad times, stressful moments. You pushed through when I asked you to stretch and grow. You are part of the reason behind our success. As I move on to my next life chapter, I am reminded of a video I saw many years ago by the late Stephen Covey that set me on a path of creating my story. The video had a picture of people sitting around the table, and the whole conversation was about when you are celebrating your 80th birthday, who will be around the table and what will they say about you? I believe we all have a story to write. Our life demonstrates our purpose, and when we find what it is, we create the story others tell of you when you are no longer around. I received many gifts on my last week as a director of child support services. All were very thoughtful. I am grateful for each one, and most of all, the conversations, the notes, the letters of how someone learned to grow while working alongside me. For that is what I purposed as my legacy. One, for those who are part of my journey, whether they stayed or left to fulfill their purpose somewhere else, became a star like me because of our time together. It is a demonstration of my purpose in motion. I can truly say, in my time as an employee of Kern County, it has been amazing. I want to say to the little girl on the dead-end street and the dead-end Elnora Street in Pico Rivera, whose grandmothers lived in La Maravilla projects of East LA, and whose dad worked 2 jobs to provide for his family. Good job. You walked into rooms where no one looked like you. You made a difference for those around you. and you can truly say, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith, as it states in 2 Timothy 4:7. Thank you.
Beautiful speech.
Maybe, Liz, you'll go be a preacher in your next chapter. You know, you're ready. Yeah, Christian. Yes. Very good. Well done.
I think you have a crowd that wants to get in this picture with you.
Come on, let's get them all over here. Come on, everybody. Come on over. Come see them. I know all your eyes look sticky. Who are we looking at first?
Liz, I've got a couple of problems with you. One is you're leaving. Two, you haven't cloned yourself. So because you are an exemplary employee, and I have really enjoyed getting to know you and appreciate all the work you've done. I think I've told you every time we've had a review, I never get a complaint about your department, and that's kind of my first signal if things are going right. And you have left your department, probably even your desk, in much better shape than you found it. It wasn't in bad shape before, but you've improved it, you've stepped it up, and you've left them a plan going forward, and that is a perfect way to retire. And I just wish you the best in your retirement. Thank you very, very much for all you've done for us.
Thank you, Chairman.
You bet. Have a great day. Okay. Hardly seems like we should just go to the next item, but we have to do that. So we go to items 5 and 6, which will be presented by Supervisor Peters. Item 5 proclaims November 2024 as National Native American Heritage Month, and November 29, 2024 as Native American Heritage Day in Kern County. And item 6 proclaims November 2024 as National Homeless Youth Awareness Month in Kern County. Supervisor Peters.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to make a motion to approve items 5 and 6.
Second.
Discuss your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Good morning, Chairman Couch, honorable board members. I'm joined here today by Angel Galvez with the Bakersfield American Indian Health Project to proclaim November 2024 as National Native American Heritage Month and November 29th, 2024 as Native American Heritage Day in Kern County. I actually didn't know until recently that Congress didn't originally proclaim National Native American Heritage Month until 1990, which is pretty surprising. It should have been done a long time ago. But we're doing it today here in Kern County, so I will turn the mic over to Angel, and maybe you can introduce everybody else here.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Good morning, Board of Supervisors, County Council, and CAO. As Supervisor Peters mentioned, my name is Manuel Angel Galvez, and I am the CEO of the Bakersfield American Indian Health Project. With me, I have our chairwoman, Ms. Jackie Lopez, who's an enrolled member of the Tajon Indian Tribe. Also have Ms. Bridget Escalera, who's a member of the Shalom People, and I have Mr., who's also a Army veteran. Also have here with us one of our board members. She's our treasurer, one of our board members, Mr. Sal Hernandez, who is also a Army veteran, and he's a Selenian, enrolled member of the Selenian tribe. And last but not least, we have Ms. Laura Juarez, who's a member of the Comanche tribe, and she serves as our secretary. We do have a few other board members who couldn't make it here today, and we just have a few words to lead us in this this recognition. And I'm going to ask our chairwoman to just read a land acknowledgement. I think it's always appropriate for us to recognize the land that we stand on. And then I just have a few comments, and we'll turn it over to Supervisor Peters after that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for allowing us to come once again before you to acknowledge the indigenous people of Kern County by the reading of our land acknowledgement. Land acknowledgement in honor of Kern County indigenous peoples, pueblos, rancherias, and tribal lands. To the original people native to this land, the area known as Kern County today is the homeland of several American Indian tribes, including the federally recognized Tajon tribe, comprised of Kitanamak, Yokut, and Shomesh peoples. The Tabatalabal, comprised of Tulami, Tabatalabal, Palagiwan peoples, the Western Mono peoples, Kauai Sioux peoples, and Shalom peoples. May we acknowledge and honor our indigenous peoples who came before us and still walk beside us today on these ancestral lands by choosing to gather today in the active practice of acknowledgement and appreciation of Kern County's indigenous peoples' histories, contributions, and lives. Aho, thank you.
In my language, we say kwea kwea, which means many things, but it means good peace and good peace upon us. This is, I think, our fourth year that the Board of Supervisors recognizes November as the National Native American Heritage Month. And it also gives us an opportunity to acknowledge the historic injustices suffered by the first peoples of what is now Kern County. The inclusion of the land acknowledgement and the recognition given publicly today offers a reassurance of our strong sense of partnership and collaboration with the Board of Supervisors and county departments alike. I want to take a moment to show appreciation and recognition, or recognize a very special group of people to whom our country owes much. During this Native American Heritage Month, we share our respect, admiration, and gratitude towards the Native American men and women who serve our great nation in and out of uniform. Kern County has one of the largest populations of Native American veterans, and as CEO with the Board of Directors, I am committed to ensure that Bakersfield American Indian Health embodies the values it is charged to bring healing and wellness that serve or have served our beautiful nation. To that end, there is more work to do to chip at the inequities, but grateful to all the tribes, bands, pueblos, and rancherias who work with me and our Board of Directors to get us to this point, prioritizing equity and advancing healing in the process to all peoples in this county. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Also leave you with a gift of, I made these little small vials. They have white sage, and it's just, for us, it's appropriate to gift something, so we just brought a little token of gratitude.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
Say that again. Kwea kwea?
Kwea kwea.
Kwea
Kwea
kwea.
kwea. Yes, sir.
Is that like a sort of like a greeting?
It is, yes.
Saying
Yes.
hello or goodbye, you would use that?
Goodbye, hello. We used it, our people used it in a time where our people were being evicted, you could say, pushed away from their lands, and we would cross with other tribal people. And kwea kwea was a sign of peace. We come in peace. Please let our people people through. So we use it now as a greeting. It's just a really good greeting that we're here in peace and we mean no harm and we want to work in a united spirit.
I like that. Thank you.
Kwe kwe.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today.
Take care. Thank you. Our next, I'm going to be joined by Janessa Fisher, peer support specialist with the Kern County Superintendent of Schools, as well as Cynthia Lira Martinez with the Kern County Network for Children. Hey, good morning. And it's my honor this morning to share this proclamation proclaiming November 2024 as National Homeless Youth Awareness Month in Kern County. And it's been signed by our Honorable Chairman David Couch. And I was reading that there's over 4.2 million homeless youth in our nation right now currently. That's unbelievable. I was really shocked to read that. So we need you guys more than ever, and appreciate everything that you do, and please come up and share some info with us. Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning, Chair and members of the board. Thank you for having us in proclaiming November as Homeless Youth Awareness Month.
On any given month, the Homeless Youth by Name list, which is youth who are HUD-defined homeless, staying on the street in places not meant for habitation or shelter, stand consistently at 200 to 300 youth. I am the co-chair of the Youth Action Board, and the Youth Action Board's mission is to bridge the gap between homeless youth and supporting agencies by advocating the needs of homeless youth, ensuring that youth can access the supports needed to become successful.
This month, to raise awareness, we have a couple events that Youth Action Board has hosted. So first off, on November 1st, if you're wearing purple, if you happen to be wearing purple today, that is a nationally recognized color to support homeless youth. Not only that, but we also will have a town hall and a community event for our youth and for our community to show their support for youth and to see how we can do better as a community to end youth homelessness. Not only that, but we will also be having a donation drive all month long where we ask for donations for homeless youth through the Dream Center. And we will be having a social media challenge called the Purple Pie Challenge, where you take a purple pie to the face to bring awareness to homeless youth.
We are asking that if you guys do accept the Purple Pie Challenge, you guys do record yourselves and tag us on social media. On Instagram, it's the Kern County Youth Action Board, and on Facebook at the Bakersfield Kern Regional Homeless Collaborative.
This is a way for you guys, your community, to show that you support youth. Maybe you can't house all the youth in one day, but we can show them that they have an ally in the community.
Where do I get one of these purple pies?
Yeah, you have to make it.
Have to make it, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be sure to challenge you guys.
Any pie I make would probably only be good for throwing it in the face. So, okay.
Cynthia can help. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that James Berger? I don't have my glasses on. I can't. Is that James Berger? No. No? Okay. Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
It's Brian.
My gosh, my eyesight.
Twin, like a twin.
If you guys want to coordinate with my office, I'm happy to take a pie to the face. Just not today. That may happen anyway, right?
What's wrong with today? No time like the present.
Yeah. So contact my office. I think that we can have some fun with that. Thank you.
Okay, that takes us to item 7, which proclaims November 13th through December 6th as the 37th annual holiday Cottage Days in Kern County, and it will be, this proclamation will be presented by Supervisor Flores.
Motion on proclamation.
Please cast your votes.
Who made the second?
I'll second it. I don't know.
Thank you. The motion is approved. All ayes.
Good morning, colleagues and public. It's a pleasure to be here today to talk about Holiday Cottage and the Drive this year. Over the past 36 years, with the support of our community, we've granted the wishes of thousands of foster children. These children enter foster care through no fault of their own, often as a result of abuse, neglect, and range from newborns to age 21. They include siblings and children facing physical, mental, and emotional challenges, all affected by trauma. This year, over 1,100 children in Kern County's foster care system have received wish letters, and we're already collecting their requests. This year, we have two options to participate. Residents can help by visiting the live space or choosing to wish online at www.kernholidaycottage.com. And all children's wishes will be distributed by mid-December. So I'd like to commend DHS, Lido, his staff for fulfilling their wishes. And just lastly, before I turn it over to Lido, we saw a snapshot of the generosity last week at their annual barbecue. Supervisor Peters was there, Supervisor Perez was there. Chairman, I'm sure you're familiar with the Jameson Center. And we just saw a beautiful facility, community groups coming together. Kiwanis does the grounds. The facility has been refurbished through donations. The programming there, the education, the care and the support is truly loving and critical to our foster youth. So I just want to commend you for those that are staying there during times of crisis and talk about the good news and Christmas season and what's going to happen in the coming months.
Thank you.
Oh, and I forgot to, the most important thing. The proclamation by our Board of Supervisors to proclaim November 13th, December 6th, 2024 as the 37th Annual Holiday Cottage Days in Kern County, and signed by our Chairman, Honorable David Couch.
Thank you.
The floor is yours. You bet.
Thank you, Supervisor Flores. I appreciate those comments. Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Again, thank you to the board members for your continued support, not only of this proclamation as it relates to the Holiday Cottage, but obviously our recent event with the Jameson Center and creating awareness for that center altogether. So as Supervisor Flores alluded to, this is the 37th year that this Holiday Cottage has been around, and its importance to our foster youth, especially during the holiday season. It's hard to believe that we're 49 days away from Christmas, right? Crazy. But that being said, the Holiday Cottage does a great deal of not only helping our foster youth, but obviously bringing the community and their generosity and making sure the Christmas wishes of our foster youth get filled this year. As we head into the holiday season, full of giving and kindness, and really the holiday season, my favorite season of all, it's important to remember more than ever our foster youth who tend to get forgotten during this holiday season. The holidays can be very difficult for our foster youth, as you can imagine. They've gone through a lot of trauma, and the holiday season is not always a happy time for them. So this is why the DHS does the Holiday Cottage. We want to make sure our kids feel loved, valued during the holiday season and get their wishes fulfilled. We're determined to fill the 700 plus wishes, which range from anywhere from roller skates to sports jersey to art supplies, even gaming consoles. Last year, we were fortunate to get a piano donated. That was one of the wishes that came through. And again, that's because we create this awareness through your support, obviously the media support as well. We get a lot of community members that come through and fulfill these wishes, however widespread they may be. We have a generous partner in IKEA who donates a full living room set that'll be on display at our Holiday Cottage. And the great thing about this is that full living room set is actually donated to a foster youth that's moving into an apartment. So it's a great thing to see. Additionally, we receive donations from various organizations, more specifically Kern Family Healthcare, Care Foundation, and Stinson's. We're fortunate to have them as partners in this endeavor. And this year, once again, the Holiday Cottage is going to be located at 3043 Wilson Road, and we'll be there through the month of November. We'll have a press conference on November 13th at 10 a.m., and I invite all of you to be there. Our foster youth really deserve so much more than what we're doing, and by simply fulfilling a wish and donating to the Holiday Cottage, it goes a long way to make sure our foster youth aren't forgotten this holiday season. So to learn more about the Holiday Cottage, I just want to share this website with you, www.kernholidaycottage.com. Thank you again for your support and making sure we fulfill all the wishes for our foster youth.
Thank you, Chair. Lito, I was stricken earlier by the homeless youth presentation, and I know that you were too, because the statistics are just so profound that Within 4 years of aging out of the foster system, 50% of those kids are homeless. Within 4 years, by 22. I mean, it's astonishing, it is outrageous, and we have every reason to not go there and to engage in the kind of love activities, support activities that help our children from living in a tent city or on their way to a cage. As to your point, children, so often no fault of their own in really harrowing situations. So I want to thank you, Lito. This is a beautiful time of the year. I remember the foster children in my home receiving beautiful gifts, wrapped beautifully. They really felt very special that day. I saw it, I lived through it, so I know that it's true. It's a beautiful thing. It's such a Kern County thing, and I'm happy to see us proceed in this legacy and so consistent with the spirit of Kern County, who we are. But really, sincerely, thank you, Lito. This is a great community project. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Supervisor Peters.
Thank you, Chairman. Lito, just out of curiosity, if, let's say somebody's not able to get down there and fulfill a wish, is there a way to donate financially on that website as well?
Absolutely, yeah. If you go to www.kernholidaycottage.com, there's a location there to actually link you to a ability to donate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lito.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you again.
Okay, I think that takes us over to item 13, which is public presentations, which is the portion of the meeting reserved for persons to address the board on any matter not on the agenda, but under the jurisdiction of the board. Try to keep our comments to 2 minutes. What are you guys doing here today? Huh?
Well, hopefully we can vote, which is what brings me here.
Morning.
Good morning, Board. My name is Ralph Robles, R-O-B-L-E-S. I am a veteran, and we, the concerned citizens, have great concerns about the obstacles impeding voters who want to vote and the lack of security over drop boxes. The most secure place to vote is inside the elections office drop box for early vote by mail ballots. The county building has been surrounded by no parking cones, signs, and barricades for weeks. Now the parking structure has also been blocked, and the signs read, "No parking 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. from 10:26 to 11:04. Why has the elections office intentionally created a physical barrier to voting, forcing voters to park far away from their right to access and vote? We have come before this board many times over the security of drop boxes. Please note, Amy Espinosa's idea of secure drop boxes is a red zip tie. Anyone can cut and replace a zip tie, and no one will see the potential crime, since Ms. Espinosa has refused to provide adequate crime prevention through the security cameras and lack of live stream and recording focused on the drop boxes. Why hasn't our highly qualified elected official not secured these boxes with a key and combination lock? Citizens voters require their votes to be protected by locally elected and vested authority. We ask the board to bring both these conditions to an end immediately. Note, Bakersfield Central Post Office on Camino Media also has blocked off their drop boxes, forcing people to park and walk to vote. And it has been confirmed that all ballots are directly delivered to the elections office and do not travel to Santa Clarita for processing. They do not get stockpiled and then delivered, but are delivered as soon as the delivery bar is scanned. The board should contact the Post Office Inspector General to request the barrier be removed. These and other actions that we have complained set a pattern of voter suppression in this county that concerns us very deeply.
Thank you for your comments today, Mr. Robles. Appreciate it.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, board members. My name is Charles Shin, S-H-I-N-N. I am a retired Marine. I'm also a concerned citizen. Concerned citizens have been informed that multiple voters have received more than one ballot in their name at their address. When the ballots are opened, the races to vote in are different. School district races were omitted in the second ballots. When the elections office was contacted, their resolution was to have the voter throw away the ballots received, leaving unmarked ballots in trash cans where others might find access and use them. The voter was then told to come in and get another ballot or vote in person with the new ballot. We note that our voter rolls are being manipulated, updated by software data dumps without a designated election staff member to maintain and fix such problems. We have no assurance that these multiple ballot designations will be corrected in future elections with attention to the voter roll maintenance. We have no idea how many voters might have a similar situation caused by DMV interactions and/or the data dump. DMV updates cannot account for ballots dropping district races attached to a registered voter's address, and we would like to know how this occurred. The elections office did not offer a reason as to these omissions. The elections department does not have, quote, continuous control over data, unquote, as required. They are overwhelmed with egregious efforts, and the Office of Auditor Controller, Registrar of Voters, County Clerk needs to be returned to two separate positions to ensure proficiency and accuracy for our elections. I would like to also point out that we have more than a handful of folks in Taft, California, who received their vote-by-mail Kern voter guide and their ballot and were instructed to vote in Tehachapi, which is 70 miles away, probably close to an hour-and-a-half drive.
Mr. Shin, can you tell me, the very first sentence here says that multiple voters have received more than one ballot. Do you know roughly how many?
I would say it's a handful. I don't have the exact number.
To 10, somewhere in there?
I'd say in the five number.
Okay.
Number 5.
Thank you.
That's my guess. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So would you like to hear my heartfelt feelings, or would you like to hear some useful information?
You got 2 minutes. You can do with it whatever you like.
Well, I thought you'd like some useful information, so that's...
I would like your name.
Yes, Andy Hensel,
Thank you.
H-E-N-S-E-L.
Thank you.
So good morning, Board. I'd like to bring to your attention a continued vulnerability to free and fair elections in Kern County and a way to avoid future litigation. Our election office has a legal duty to verify citizenship to voter registration to protect the elections from foreign voting. But the problem is that the National Voter Registration Act forbids states to demand that an applicant submit additional information beyond that required by the federal form. Also, the federal law imposes upon states the obligation to conduct voter lists that are maintenance-free from foreign nationals or non-citizens. We think the solution for Kern County is in 2 statutes. 2 federal statutes will allow states to obtain citizenship or immigration status of any individual for lawful purposes from one government agency to another. And those are 8 U.S.C. subsection 1373 and 8 U.S.C. subsection 1644. Kern County should immediately submit the current voter roll registrations to the Department of Homeland Security for citizenship status under lawful purpose. And please note that the states of Iowa and Virginia have had favorable judgments from the Supreme Court in current removals of foreign nationals. And I do have strong feelings about this, but I'll leave them for now. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other public presentations this morning? Sir, are you coming down to speak? Yes, sir. Okay. Good morning.
Morning. Tyrone Smith. First, before I start, I would like to apologize to the public for the incident that we had last week, being escorted out of here by Leticia Perez's husband in an act of intimidation as I was up here trying to just speak my word. The board, you know, it's crazy that I had to apologize because when we came back, not one of you up there apologized to the public or to any of your constituents. But instead, you decided to come back, Supervisor David Couch, whatever, you decided to come back with another dog comment. That's how you wanted to start it off when the man come up here with the dog again, instead of addressing these important issues that we have going on with this board up here. When I said karma is coming. This is why the feds are investigating us right now. Amy Espinoza has no need to be in that office. She lied on my wife's termination. Flat out lie. I hope the feds come in and investigate this. This woman has no integrity to be in our elections office. And it's real funny that they're investigating her for fraud or investigating the election department, and she was elected into that office. And only lost by a couple hundred votes. Y'all want karma? Karma's coming. Karma's coming. I'm probably gonna go over my time, Supervisor, but I hope you give me a chance to go ahead and say what I gotta say here.
Well, I'm sorry, but
you cannot treat people like garbage and worship God at the same time. When you destroy someone's life with lies, it takes a loan on, and it will come back to you with interest.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Karma, no need for revenge. Just sit back and wait. Those who hurt you will eventually screw up themselves.
Thank you, Mr.
Keep
Smith.
looking down, Ms. Perez. Nah, you wasn't. You was, yeah. It's on the internet. You can look it up, ma'am. And you remember smoking weed with me at the weed shop on Mount Vernon?
No, that's a lie.
Oh, okay.
That's a lie.
You remember me?
That's a lie.
Good morning.
Hi. I want to echo the comment that was made at the last meeting about the not getting the sample ballots with candidate statements on. That is a continuing problem that I think needs to be fixed. I will say they did keep their promise to have it listed on the online, which I was able to find the bios from. As far as my mail can be very slow here in Kern County. I know that I sent in my mail-in ballot by just putting it in my mailbox, and it took about a week to be counted and, to be accepted and counted. My sister, on the other hand, actually drove down in person and dropped it in the ballot box here, and that was actually accepted and counted by the very next day. So, she did it towards like 4 o'clock, towards the day before it closed. So that was showing that it is effective if you actually come down and drop it in one of the effects boxes. Other than that, That's all I have to say. I hope everything goes smoothly this year with our voting system. Thank you.
Thank you,
Chair, I
Mr.
have a
Ledfest.
question.
Supervisor Perez.
Thank you. Paul, did you say the bios or the information that would normally be
In the sample ballot.
in the sample
yes.
ballot was online? Is
Yes,
online?
It was. I found it online. It was at the same time that I had my regular ballot that I received in the mail. But it did have the bios that also appeared in the actual print version.
I'm sorry, it did or did not?
No, it did. It was
did.
online.
Do you know do you know when that became available? Do you have any sense about that?
I don't know, but I know it was available when I actually got my ballot because I went and looked online.
So about a month ago?
I believe it was available when ballots were mailed out.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Okay, thank you, Couch.
At least when I
Sure.
received it in the mail.
Thank you, Paul. Good seeing you.
Okay, thanks.
Any other public presentations? Okay, seeing none, we'll go to board member announcements and reports. Supervisor
Yes,
Peters, I had a note here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Today, I believe we have, I'm probably going to screw up your last name. If I do, I apologize, but I think it's Javier Caltenco from the Small Business Administration. And he was going to share some information with residents regarding relief for the Burrell fire.
Morning.
Good morning, Kern County Supervisors and residents. My name is Javier Caltenco. I'm a public information officer with the U.S. Small Business Administration, Office of Disaster Recovery and Resilience. The Small Business Administration is the primary source of funds to pay for repairs or replacement costs not fully covered by the insurance or any other compensations. Now, we are providing disaster assistance loans to renters, homeowners, private nonprofit organizations, and businesses who were affected by the Burrell fire. Again, we have Kern County as the primary county, so therefore anybody can apply for disaster assistance who were affected. We also have 7 counties, contiguous counties, who can also apply for disaster assistance. So we have 2 primary loans for businesses. The first one is for any physical damages that they had to their inventory, real estate, machinery, equipment, and there's a limit up to $2 million. We also have the economic injury disaster loan for smaller businesses, nonprofit organizations who we want to make sure that those businesses have the capital to maintain the doors open in case they were affected as well. There is also a limit of $2 million, or it could be a combination of the two, of physical damages and economic injury up to $2 million. For homeowners, we also are offering up to $500,000 to repair or replace their primary residence. For homeowners and renters, up to $100,000 to repair or replace any personal property they lost. So that could be, for example, appliances, furniture, or even a personal vehicle as well. And we also have another loan for those who were really affected and they need to rebuild. Sometimes, we want to make sure that we have mitigation improvements. We want to make sure that if in the case they need to rebuild, they can rebuild more resilient to any other natural disaster. And this is 20% of any verifiable physical damages that they had. So if, for example, if they had $100,000 in physical damages, they can get an additional $20,000 for mitigation purposes. So what are some of the mitigation that they can use for? Is it flood mitigation, wildfire mitigation? We also have wind and earthquake mitigation. Okay, so again, this is for the Burrell fire here in Kern County. We do have deadlines, so we want to make sure, okay, the incident period was between July 24th and August 26th. We do have deadlines. We want to make sure that those who were affected, they need to apply. If they have any physical damages, they need to apply before December 20th of this year. For the economic injury, they have until July 21st, 2025 to apply. These are loans from the federal government, so therefore they need to be repaid back. Right now, for homeowners and renters, the rates are as low as 2.68%. For businesses, it's as low as 4%, and for nonprofit organizations are as low as 3.25%. We do not charge to fill out the application. There's no prepayment penalty. There's no obligation to borrow, and the terms are up to 30 years. If for the first 12 months, they don't need to make any payments, and for the first 12 months, it's 0% interest rate. So some of the requirements is that we want to make sure that they are in an eligible area, disaster area. As I mentioned, we do have Kern County as the primary county, and we also have 7 contiguous counties included. They have to have a credit history acceptable to SBA, and we also want to make sure that they can show that they can make those payments for any loans that they have available. They may be required to have insurance, and if the house was flooded, for example, then in the case that there's a flooding, we ask for them to have flood insurance as well. In some cases, if somebody was actually affected and they need to, they can use the SBA loan to relocate. And they can also you have to qualify for this, to relocate, and you also they may be able to qualify for refinancing as well. So that's our other options that we have for those who were affected. So how can we, the way they can apply, they can go to our center. We have a center in Lake Isabel. It's at the Lake Isabel Senior Center, and it's open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. They can also apply online. They can go to lending.sba.gov. We also have a website. They can go to sba.gov. We also have it in Spanish. For those who need to see it in Spanish, they can go to sba.gov in Spanish. They can also call our 800 number, 800-659-2955, or they can send an email as well. I think that's what I have for now. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Supervisor Peters.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Caltenko, appreciate you being down here. Unfortunately, I've had plenty of experience dealing with SBA because of so many issues that we've had, but you guys are always there and a big help to the community, so we appreciate what you do. And if there's any way that I can be of any help or help get the message out, we're happy to do it. We'll put it out on all of our media, and I would also ask maybe if we could put that on the county website as well, so that information is available for folks out there. But thank you guys again, and I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Supervisor Flores, had you punched in? You're good? Okay. Any other board member announcements or reports? Okay, seeing none, we have a non-agenda item we need to add, and it will be item 55, I believe. So what I need is a motion to consider a non-agenda item number 55, making a finding that we need to take action on a non-agenda matter that occurred after the agenda was posted on Thursday, October 31st, 2024, because of a writ of mandate that was delivered in person to the office of the Registrar of Voters on October 31, 2024, and subsequently reviewed by the Office of County Counsel after the agenda was posted.
I'll make a motion to add that to the agenda.
So we have a motion and a second by Supervisor Flores. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, so item 55 has been added to our closed session agenda, and now I need a motion to adjourn to closed session, please.
Motion adjourned.
Without objection, we're adjourned. Thank you.